y'all doing? I've been watching this wrist wrestling thing for pretty near a month now, and well, I figured that make me about much as an expert as the next guy. So I figured that I'm fixing to tell you what I found out about this and then some of the people in the community. Yes, sir. And the first boy that I'm gonna mention is that boy from across the ocean, that Mr. Ruin Bowen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I hear tell that he called himself Blue. And I just wondering, is that cause he held his breath until he started winning some? I do not know. But I tell you what I does know. Mr. Bowen, you keep doing them YouTube videos. Cause my wife and I, we watch those videos you do and we just chuckle and we giggle and we laugh. And sometimes we even turn up the sound so we can hear what you're saying. And they got this other boy over there. What's his name? Lakeland Ader. Lakeland Ader. Ain't that a Scottish or an Irish name or something? I do not know. But I do know that boy should be called Jacked Up, because he jacked up. Yes, sir, he is. And in fact, I think that's how Ruin Bowen got his first name. Because he tried to wrist wrestle Mr. Lakeland. He got ruined. Ooh, could well be. And I also hear tell that Mr. Lakeland is like the number one over there in Australia. That's what I heard. That's like Porky Pig showing up at a barbecue thinking he'd a guest of honor. And then we got to talk about, I don't want to mess up the boy's name, Chance Shaw. I hope I got that right. Please tell me your middle name is Richard, so we can call you Rick Shaw. But I got to tell you, you was Florida proud. So why are you always wearing these Hawaiian shirts? You need to be wearing a shirt with got gators on it, or maybe something with Miley Hatchet or the Outlaws or something. I do not know. It could be that you so big that the only shirt you can get to fit you come from the Hawaiian Tent and Awning Company. I do not know. But you a fine young man. I need to keep doing what you're doing. And then, of course, we got to talk about Mr. Dave. See, you thought I was going to mess up that name. I can say Dave. Mr. Dave Chafe. So, Mr. Dave Chafe, I am told that you got the strongest arm in all North America, and I bet you do. I ain't going to ask how you got it. But you got to be tough. You got to be, because you a prison guard. That's what I heard. You a prison guard, so I know you tough. Mr. Chafe, would you kindly do me a favor? Tomorrow morning when you go to work, could you tell my mama that I loves her? Thank you so much, Mr. Chafe. And then we got to talk about Mr. Ronald Bath. Sir, Father Time told me to give you a message. He said, you're getting old. But I think as long as you can wrist wrestle the way you is, you keep at it. One day you might be good. And then there is, who else we talk? Oh, D-Bomb Lay Rat. Oh, that boy. He's so disappointing to me. Oh, I ain't talking about cause a no hawk. I mean, it got to be intimidating, but you got the wrist wrestler guy who walk around going, brother, that could be a different hawk. I do not know. But that ain't what I'm talking about. See, what I'm talking about is your green hoodie. Dude, did you know, Mr. Layrat, I got me a purple hoodie I got me a gray hoodie. My wife, she got her a pink hoodie. They does make other colors except for green, and I do not understand Miss Jody, who is always on point, always letting you out wearing that green hoodie. But I gotta tell you though, it do make me think of Christmas. It does. You got your green shirt and your red bloodshot eyes, green and red. You the gift to keep on giving, Mr. Lay Rat. Oh, but you know what we ought to do? We ought to show that boy some love. Yes, sir. We ought to send up there to Canada. We ought to send him some laundry detergent so that way that boy can get that thing laundered. Because I don't know. When I see him always hooking up and playing and all that, I got to ask myself, did he find the time to wash that green hoodie yet? And that's all I can think about. But I will tell you, Mr. Lay Rat, if they send you some Tide Pods, don't be doing what boys around here doing. Don't eat it. For heaven's sakes, they ain't pancakes, you know. What we should do, we should send him all temperature check. Cause that boy up in Canada, he could wash that hoodie in cold water. Oh, but you know, speaking about love, we got to talk about Mr. Toadzilla. Mr. Toadzilla just full of love, and I know that he is. Cause he tell us on every video he do, he say, love your kids, he love his kids. He say, love your mom, he love his mom, and love your grandma. And he just so full of love, and I know he gotta be. Cause he loved to rub other man's heads. Now, I know the men out there like to have their hair rubbed once in a while, but Mr. Toadzilla, you ain't the man I'm thinking of when I get my head rubbed. That's all I can say to you. But I do respect you, and I do love you. Let's see who. Oh, we got to talk about that boy from a place what's close to my heart, West Virginia, Mr. Travis Baggett. Yes, sir. That boy mouth is so foul. Colonel Sanders say, what did that boy say? And you and your boy, oh, RBJ, boy, the apple don't fall from the tree. Who I do not know. But I'll tell you what, this is such a great community of people. And I've been finding out that everybody on their top 10 list. Did you notice that? And I figured what with me being an expert in wrist wrestling for pretty near a month now, about qualify me to do my own top 10 list. But you know, I'm going to use the scientific method. Yes, sir. I got it right here. See? The scientific method. And you can hear the science working. Yes, sir. And then we're going to insert into the scientific method, and we're going to have, let's see who number one is. Oh, look at that. Todd Michael, number 01. Todd Michael. Todd. Oh, number 10, Michael Todd. Well, don't yell at me. I ain't the one that gave that boy two first names. You know what? I heard they call you Monster. Do you hide under beds by chance? Because, you know, I came home the other night and I know that I heard a noise under my bed. Well, my wife, she told me, don't be silly. And then she had me to run down to the store and get her a soda pop. And I reckon all I needed was some air to clear my head, because when I got back, there wasn't no more noise under the bed. Okay, moving on to number 10 was Michael Todd. Now let's go into number 9 using the scientific method. Number 9, who is it? What's going to be just a little bit better than Mr. Monster Michael Todd? What's we got? There that ruined bowling boy again. That boy just show up everywhere, don't he? Okay, let's see. We going for number 8. What's we got here? Number 8. Who we got here? We got Mr. Cody Mayright. Yes, sir. Mr. Cody Mayrot. He be number 8. But I'm going to tell you something now, Mr. Mayrot. You and this recognition with $1.40 could get you a pop at McDonald's. And I know when you walk into McDonald's, they is calling you Mr. Mayrot. So don't let this number 8 go to your head. Keep on, keep on. You'll be all right. Let's see. Scientific method going again. Who we got now? Well, how did this happen? Gaby Bascoline or something like that. So you know what? I know she beating a lot of the boys. I know that for a fact, because she that good. In fact, I got a lot of boys that say they'd pay me if you could go beat on them for a little bit. I do not know, but I figure I'll split it with you. We make the offer. You know what I'm saying? So, and who we gonna have next? Let the science do the work. And let's see what we got in here now. Who we got? This gonna be number 6. Number 6. Oh, would you look at that? We back down south again. Mr. Daniel Mosier. Yes, sir. I'm sure that's how you say it. And now, you looking good, Mr. Mosier. But even though you arm wrestling showing up here pretty, you ought to bring the missus. Because I hate to tell you, but she make you look good. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. But enough of this. I'm going to go all the way down to number 1, right? Because all the others in the mix, they get all messed up. But using this here scientific method, we're going to find out who number 1. All right, are you ready? Number one is, here we go. Number 1 is Number 1 is, look at that, Hunter Welch, number 1. Well, congratulations there, Hunter. You come a long way. And I know what it is. I seen you rubbing shoulders with that D-Ron Lay rat. It must have rubbed off. So just want to say congratulations to all them on the top 10 list, which really for me ended up being like the top 4 list. But, it was the scientific method at work. Now, and all this talk about wrist wrestling. Now, I show y'all wondering, well, how come I did not mention the GOAT, Mr. John Berserker. Well, I'll tell you. Because that man cannot be contained to no list. Can't happen. He beyond all of that. Well, plus, I'm kind of mad at him right now because I done sent him a friend request. He ain't responded, so he don't get on my list yet. And I tell you what, y'all just so much fun, and I love watching y'all. And I truly hope there ain't nobody get hurt because of this here little video, especially me.